So today is the 16th of May. We have Jupiter entering luxurious Taurus. So what are we talking about here? Well, we have a new moon portal that is opening in a couple of days' time. And it's going to be a powerful one because it's all about wealth. It's all about abundance. It's probably time for a pay rise. But at the same time, there is also a love and romance portal that is going to be opening up very shortly. So I'm going to break this all down to give you some dates to look out for. What days is good for manifestation? What days is good to protect your energies? What days is good to step on that accelerator to speed up your law of attraction and manifestations? So we're going to dive deep into it. But before we get into it, show reel. Hit it. Namaste, Namo Himalaya creators. So today we have a very big one. I took a lot of notes on this one because there are many dates that are in play. So with the 16th here, we have, first of all, a shift with this big wealth and abundance portal that is opening up because of luxurious Taurus. So there is a lot of money going around, available for everybody. So this is actually a very good time for those of you maybe in a job, you're looking for a pay rise, or maybe you're looking to make some investments. This portal, as of today, is already opening up before the new moon portal. So those of you who know, the new moon is going to be around the 18th to 19th of this month. So meaning 2 days before is when the window opens. Pretty much from tomorrow onwards, we'll be feeling those energies for new creation, for new startups, new projects starting up. And this is very good in terms of numerology. It's very good in terms of astrology. So we'll be able to see a lot of things manifest so much faster because we're doing things at the right time. That's why I always say, you can sometimes take the exact same action, right? One time, and you take the exact same action another time, and you get completely different results. What has this got to do with? This has completely got to do with the super conscious energies, the universal energies. And so right now, it's very important for us to pay close attention. What is happening with the moon, with the stars, with the sun, with the energies, so that we can best dance with the universe and manifest alongside having that divine energy and power behind us. So let's go into it. So we have the new moon, which is very good for the fresh new cycle that's happening on the 18th of May. If anybody's, you are professionals, or maybe you are in you're creative, right? You have that creative spark. This is a very good time to put that pen to paper, put that pencil to paper, and start drawing things out, start scripting, start putting your ideas down. Because that act of taking that metaphysical download and putting it out in a physical way, it's almost like that grounding effect. How to ground this stuff. And by grounding this stuff, it's about taking physical action. That's why I'm recommending anybody who has any creative flow, downloads, anybody who has any ideas for new projects or ventures, anybody who has something they're just feeling they really want to do, and it's about that new cycle. So it's about starting things that are new, even relationships, right? And I'm going to talk about that love and romance, which is going to be a very important time. But if you have any of that going on, it's very important for you to pay close attention and start getting those ideas down on paper, start getting those ideas actually being proactive with it and doing the work. It's very important that we do a lot of this work before the end of the month, because starting from the 21st is when Sun enters in Gemini. And when Sun enters into Gemini, what does this mean? It's a time for a lot of invitations to come in. And I've been saying this for some weeks now. This is the time where you should be sowing seeds. This is the time where you should be proactive, creating new things, right? Because every seed that you are sowing right now, it's highly likely you're already going to start to see the fruitations and the rewards start paying off, even at the end of this month, when you start getting some unexpected invitations, which will be the messengers taking you towards the manifestation that will start to show in the month of June, July, August, September as are big blossoming months for manifestations. And that's why I highly encourage everybody to make the best out of this new moon portal that's happening and start putting your pen to paper, start your visualization process, do your morning rituals, do your incantations, your affirmations, but at the same time, take the action throughout the day. So don't just be doing all the law of attraction practices, but not doing the physical work, right? So make sure to work harder than ever before during this portal. There is one very big alert, right? That is for the date of the 20th. And the reason for that is because that is when Mars enters Leo. Now, when Mars enters Leo, this is a very big alpha energy. So those of you who, let's say, for example, you're working towards something towards your career, or you're working towards something for your relationship, it's highly likely that you're going to get some alpha energies back. And when that happens, it's highly likely that it may cause some triggers. So my only recommendation for the protection over this portal is on the 20th, to take things a little bit easier, right? Don't be too aggressive in your approach. Don't be too demanding or commanding. Mild standpoint in your manifestation. So do the work in the background, but don't be too out there with it. Don't be too triggering with your work. Don't be very conscious about your communication. Although Mercury retrograde ended, which probably, if any of you have recognized actually, that communication has been running and flowing a lot more smoothly over the past few days, then let us know inside the comments, because this is the effect. When Mercury retrograde finishes and completes, usually we'll find that flow a lot easier, and people will listen to our message a lot more. We'll be able to communicate a lot more effectively. So that will happen. But the only alarming date is the date of the 20th, where we just be careful a little bit with our communication and how we may or may not trigger other people's opinions, emotions, or how we may even get triggered by other people's opinions or emotions. Okay, so that's one thing. Now, moving on to the final thing, I know that a lot of you have been waiting for this. Actually, from the 14th to the 22nd of next month, it's kind of like how the energies are moving. It's a bit of a flirtatious time. So those of you who maybe have been trying to attract a soulmate, attract or manifest love in your life, or you're maybe wanting to take your relationship to the next level, actually, this is a good time to start nurturing those relationships. This is a good time to, once again, be proactive in your approach, right? Go speak to the person you feel that love or desire for. Go spend some time with that person you feel that connection with. This is a very good time to actually sow the seeds with that from the 14th, which is already passed, all the way through to the 22nd. And as I said, whatever you put out right now, it's highly likely by the end of this month, you will start getting some very surprising invitations, maybe from your soulmate, maybe from that specific person you've been wanting to manifest. And so pay close attention towards the end of this month, after you're sowing these seeds and you've taken these actions, to what is showing up for you. Always understand, what I always say to people is, everything that shows up for you is for you. Even at times when it doesn't even feel like it. Because there's a saying that says, man has his plan and God has his plans for you. Sometimes the divine universe can see how things piece together, and maybe you can't see it right now. But when you are present in the moment and you are looking out for those opportunities and you say yes to those opportunities, right? Even when it feels uncomfortable, you say yes to it, whether it's wealth, whether it's relationship, right? You say yes to those opportunities, then it will guide its way. As Steve Jobs once said, you can never connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So don't try to use your brain and mind to connect the dots. Follow your heart. Follow your intuition. Follow that gut feeling. Follow that God feeling. and allow God to move through you, allow universe to move its divine energies through you to take you to the destination, your biggest desires, your biggest dreams, and your biggest manifestations. If you enjoyed this video, or you got anything out of it whatsoever, or maybe you just resonate with anything that I said, please do hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. Allow this message to get out to more people. I always say positivity is worth sharing, because when we share it with the world, this is our good karma also, what we put out to the world. Also, comment below, let us know where you guys have tuned in from. I'm very excited to know, because I know that some of you know in a couple of days' time, I'm going to be flying out to Kenya. So maybe I'll be able to see some of you there too. That'll be amazing to be able to connect with you guys in person. And finally, if you're new to this channel and you haven't already, remember to hit that subscribe button and the notifications button next to it. That's a little bell sign, by the way, because this year we're dedicated to making daily videos to hold you accountable to make it your best year yet. But for now, guys, we're signing out. Namaste. Namo Himalaya.